We bring you the newest and most talked about movies that are coming to theater this week. It is weekly premiere. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Molly. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year. This
Happy
is
New Year.
our first time meeting?
First broadcast of the year, isn't it?
What about us? This is our first time meeting? Seeing each other?
Yes.
Since New
Because
Year?
we met on the 30th.
Oh, right. I thought that was
So-
after New Year. Okay.
Right.
So how did it start? How does this New Year?
We'll start out as
Look for you.
getting a lot of rest. I was hoping that the 3rd was a holiday, but it was not. So
Yeah.
had to go to work.
It
Anyway.
used to be, right? Like
I know,
many years ago.
But thing is, the first it was a Saturday, so that's why you don't feel like you had enough rest. But
Right. Yeah, Cam says Happy New Year, Jonathan, and I think Maury said
Maury
that
did
too.
say that. I read that earlier.
right.
Thank you, guys, and hopefully you'll be with us for the rest of the year also.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping. But sadly, we have to start this our very first episode of year with a sad news.
Yes,
I would have to say.
the actress and also entertainment personnel Betty White passed away.
Did you know her?
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, when you
Right.
spend some time, you can't really miss her because she's all over the place.
She's a huge personality when you think about 1960s and 70s television.
Her career
Shows.
starts at 1930s.
Oh yeah, was it? I thought it was 1940s.
Because television was introduced in States in 1939, I understand. And she was actually in the test broadcast.
I'm not 100% exact, but I think one of her first shows was the appearance for I Love Lucy, which is started in the 1940s.
40s, yeah.
Right.
It has to be 40s because, and also her career started in 1940s, meaning she has a World Guinness Book of Record
For what?
being in the entertainment industry for longest, for 70 years.
Right,
So,
because she died at 99.
99,
Right?
1 week before her birthday. 100th birthday, yeah.
You know, that's exactly what I want. I want to live until I become 99.
You know, greatest thing about this lady
That's
is
kind of iconic.
she was still funny when she was 90.
That's somebody said. To
No.
Betty White?
I watched some of her episodes
Oh, you
because
did?
I saw some of the tributes, and they showed some of the clips from. Actually, she won an Emmy for the comedy show host with Saturday Night Live.
Oh, right, SNL. Right.
She did that when she was 90, and
You
she
know-
was so funny.
I mean, I don't know her personally, but there's so many actors and actresses expressing, how beloved she was when she was alive, and I think that tells a lot about her personality.
Right,
As a
she
person.
definitely is an icon, especially on TV industry.
I found this quote by Seth Meyers. He says, "Rest in peace, Betty White, the only SNL host I ever saw get a standing ovation at the after party, or party at which she ordered a vodka and a hot dog, and stayed until the bitter end."
Right.
That's how she was.
Oh, that's great.
This is exactly what I want to be,
Right.
And a vodka and a hot dog. How cool is that?
That's
At the age of 90 something,
always drinking, drinks and
She
food.
always chose vodka. That's pretty cool, don't you think?
What do you choose? Beer?
Yeah, more likely
Yeah.
beer or wine,
Well, soju all the way for me.
right? So, do you remember watching any episode from Mary Tyler Moore show?
Yeah, I remember watching it a long time ago, reruns, of course. Because
I used to worship that TV show.
Did you really?
Yeah, I have the 4 box set DVD.
Wow.
Yeah. That was pretty sensational when the show came out, right?
Sure was. I mean, I only saw bits and pieces, I think, because, when I was in States.
But it wasn't aired in Korea. Oh, right. You saw it in the
Yeah.
States.
Like,
Okay.
I sometimes I miss my classes watching Love Boats and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I never got into Mary Tyler Moore or Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm.
But I did watch some of them. So.
Right,
but,
right.
But thing is, she was in like a game show. So many game shows.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's
So, like-
she's like really well known for game show panels.
So it's kind of like a Running Man? What kind of game show?
Like The Password. I don't know if you know that. You should watch some of that game shows. It's really funny. And she was in Match Game, Tattletale, To Tell the Truth.
So she was a player, not a host, right?
She was panel.
Panel. I see.
The Hollywood Squares, the 25,000 Pyramid, you name it. I mean, she is in, and then she actually won Emmy for like daytime Emmy Award for outstanding game show host. And she actually married. She married a show host. Yeah, he was a show host for Password.
Oh, I see. I should definitely look that up.
And it's funny.
Yeah, she is. I mean, it seems like she was everywhere. She had a really good life.
She did appear in a movie in 2009 called The Proposal. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, the one that was starred by Ryan Reynolds.
I think so.
Yeah, with Sandra Bullock.
Right.
I forgot to talk about Golden Glove boycott.
Yeah, it was all over the news in Korea about Squid Game boycotting Golden Globe.
Right.
I mean, it's not just Squid Game. It's a Netflix.
Oh, is it? I didn't know.
Yeah, Netflix boycotted Golden Globe. That's why, But, all the newspaper articles made it look like a Squid Game.
Yeah, the cast members, mostly.
No, it's a Netflix. None of the Netflix show decided to go this year.
But, I sort of knew that was going to happen because this boycotting was getting huge, since last year.
Well, not only
it's going to have a bad publicity if they go.
Not only the discrimination, racial discrimination, but I think there was some kind of some bad things going on inside the organization.
Yeah. They said there has been corruption and bribing and stuff.
Like that,
I mean, that's a bummer. We could have seen Lee Jung-jae in tux and
but they could still award them. I mean, they're just not going, right?
Right. Because I would like to see them on screen, when they walk out of red carpet and all.
That would have been great, actually.
Yeah. But they have, there's another award that they have been nominated. I think it's Critics' Choice Awards.
Critics' Choice.
So if that happens, it could still happen, right?
Right.
I'm in London.
I'm in Australia.
Tokyo. The Philippines.
Finland. Indonesia.
New York.
Arirang Radio.
Now live in Seoul.
Okay, for the first movie, we have a Korean movie after many, many days without it.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
The Policeman's Lineage.
경관의 피. Actually, when Bang Myung-won came to the show 2 weeks ago, he talked about this movie. He's one of the cast members.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. One of the bad guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's
with
a
the
small
really
role.
screwed up skin.
He said the director asked him to lose some weight so that he looked like more badass.
But I don't
then
think he did.
He said, why don't I just gain more weight? So, so that he looked more, I don't know, like chubby and brutal. That maybe that's what he wanted.
He did great as a bad guy.
But then he's saying he still cannot lose all the weight he has gained for the movie. So that's pretty sad.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It's directed by Lee Gyun-man, and the last time he directed was many years ago, I think.
Yeah, Idol was, when was it? That was in 2007,
Yeah, I'm looking
8,
it up.
something like that.
It's a film about missing children.
Yeah, we have a famous incident, the 개구리 소년.
Right. And then
About 6 or 7 children missing, and they didn't know what happened. And I think that movie was about that incident.
yeah, it came out in 10 years ago, 2011.
Yeah.
And it did pretty well. It gained over 1,086,000. So that's not bad, right?
Back then it was not so great.
Okay. So tell me about this director. Have you ever worked with him before?
I tried. We were developing a script about UFO. And it was about this lady who goes to the insurance company to claim on UFO kidnapping insurance, claiming that she was kidnapped by the UFO.
That's an interesting
And
concept.
if you can prove it, they give you $1 million. So everybody thinks she's crazy, and a mystery unfolds after that. So we're trying to do that movie.
The project didn't go well?
We kept rewriting the script. Never came out to our standards, so we had to quit after a while. And then he was attached with that. And it's too bad because he's he's a really nice guy.
And then, he has this big movie, though. I mean, it's not a blockbuster, but it's big enough.
I think the story was great. Yeah, and it's based on a Japanese novel called Keikan no Chi, meaning, exactly the policeman's blood. I mean, in this case, the blood means the legacy, lineage. So I think it deals with 3 generations of policemen.
But the movie version focuses on Cheo-shik's character, which is the grandson.
Cheo-shik is the guy from Parasite.
Yeah,
the son,
right.
And it's like a good cop, bad cop. It's how 2 different cops see certain things different ways. And one guy, he will do anything to get the thing solved, crime solved. The other guy is extreme principalist.
The former is played by Cho Jin-woong, and the latter is played by Cheo-shik.
Cheo-shik, right? And Park Ki-soon is he's a chief detective. And I thought the actings were great, and the story is interesting enough.
I know Park Ki-soon is a great actor, but I don't think this role suits well with
Right. I actually know him personally too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. And I think
he's
you're
always
right.
in sort of like typecast characters,
Right.
I mean, I know he's more than capable of doing great characters, especially like character study and whatnot. But I don't know. I mean, this particular character, it could have been anyone, not just Park Ki-soon. It's very stereotypical.
Yeah.
Angry young man.
Young chief detective.
Yeah. Right. But I don't know. This is the only Korean movie, it seems like, in the box office right now. So maybe...
I think it's doing okay right now. Opened yesterday, right? It's doing okay, and I think it did about, more than 50,000 admissions yesterday. And I think the trailer is quite good. And
what do you think about casting of Cheo-shik? Do you think he...
You know what? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because to me, he's too young for this kind of role.
Too young and thin.
Yeah, too little. I mean, I shouldn't say little, but fragile.
Yeah, he seems
say.
a little fragile because he actually comes out as a bit tough too. He does a lot of action there too.
Right.
So yeah, you're right.
I mean, there's some kind of bromance between Cho Jin-woong and Cheo-shik, but it just doesn't feel right, When I was watching 불안당, it was so good, 설경구 and Lee Si-won's chemistry was really good. But in this case, it's just not happening.
I think the problem with Korean movie these days is they go after the names instead of the characters itself.
But investors do that, right?
Exactly. Investors say, oh, yeah, these days when you give them a script, they go, okay, we like the script, but call us back when you get casted.
Yeah.
So, actually that has the butterfly effect, meaning the actors have all the power, meaning the managers.
Right. I see.
Yeah. So, in a way, that's not very good because, when certain part has more power than the others and it becomes... their price will go up every time.
Right.
And so...
But performance-wise, I think he did his best.
Right.
It can't be more than that. I think it was truly his best.
Right.
So for that, I can recommend the movie to see actors' performance.
Just see the story. The story is quite good. And the original novel was I think published in 2008. And it won a prize called a first place prize in Kono Mystery ga Sugoi, meaning this mystery is great in 2008, which is the Japan Adventure Fiction Association Prize.
You know what? I was gonna ask you, how do creators find these kinds of original sources, out of nowhere? Because there's so many novels and webtoons and animations, but how do they find them? Especially Japanese novel, because there's so many mystery novels in Japan, right?
Most of them get translated and get published in Korea, because Japanese novels are quite popular in Korea. So, but unfortunately, Korean novels do not get published that much in Japan. So
Right.
we sort of have a lopsided. But I don't know. I mean, they have a longer history of, I think, novelists and things. They won few Nobel Prize.
Yeah, right.
So,
Have you ever looked up Japanese novels for your own project?
yeah, many times.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
So it's how does it happen? Do you go to bookstore and find some, or do you look for referrals?
I don't particularly
from
look for
others?
them, but actually people bring them.
Ah, I see. Because that's what I was thinking. People always get recommended
Do
by.
you remember the movie Suspect X?
Yeah.
That is a great series, right? And actually,
Well, it was already famous as a novel, right?
yeah, when I was a CJ, somebody brought that in to make into a movie, and we did.
Right.
It
Yeah.
didn't turn out like the Japanese movie, but
Right. Okay. I'm definitely gonna check out the novel for this movie because I already saw the movie.
you already know the story.
Yeah. But I think they changed a lot from
did
the
they?
original.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we're moving on to the second part, which is a Hollywood production
Actually,
and
it's,
animation.
it's made by Elimination called Sing 2.
You know, its Korean title is "Sing Together,"
Right.
and I think that's pretty brilliant, don't you think?
I think that's
It's
actually
one of
good,
the
yeah.
rare examples that Korean versions are better.
Right. Because the first one was Sing 1. This is Sing 2, so
Okay. And the
guess-
first one was pretty successful in Korea as well.
2016, yes.
And critics
Back then.
say the second one is pretty good too.
Actually, it's a rare case of a sequel being better than the first one. And I mean, actually, critics like it a lot.
So tell me about the story. So it's about a bunch of animals.
Well, a bunch of animals trying to become a band, and they do an audition, and there's a guy named Mr. Crystal. He's a white wolf, basically a Simon Cowell with the fur. You know who that is, Simon Cowell?
No.
Have you ever seen Britain's Got Talent? American's Got Talent?
Yeah, just
You know
once,
the guy
maybe?
that sits on far right?
Oh, Simon. That's Simon.
Yeah, Simon Cowell with the fur.
I see. That's funny.
He doesn't like anything.
But the main character is played by Bono, right? From U2?
He plays the
Main character.
the lion.
Uh-huh.
One of the lion. Lion he used to be like the biggest idol ever
But he doesn't want to play anymore.
because
right?
his wife died. So he's like hiding, and these guys will go get him because that Mr. Crystal wants him back, and then he'll give him a chance to become a band and things. And yeah, it's got a big ensemble cast of voiceovers.
It always amazes me, all these like big name actors and actresses go for animation because that doesn't really happen in Korea.
Right. I don't know why.
It's completely Hollywood tradition.
Right. Because I think Hollywood actors perceive this as also part of acting. But maybe Koreans are not. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Because dialogue's so important, Do you know they record the dialogues first before they actually draw the animation?
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's how he's supposed to be. That's how they're exactly
That's
mouth
kind
movement.
of the opposite that we would have
Well,
thought how it.
Koreans usually the other way, but thing is the right way to do it is you record the dialogues first.
To get the vibe. That,
no,
the things
and the
they.
lip syncing, you have to do it the right way because you don't know how they're gonna say everything, right?
Right. Huh. That's interesting.
So basically, you have the whole movie with the dialogues, and then you start drawing.
So tell me about the main cast. For
Main
this
cast,
animation. We
actually
have
they actually
a
use
lot-
these real people as a poster too. Matthew McConaughey is a Buster Moon, which is the main character of the. He's a koala
I
bear.
see.
Reese Witherspoon is Rosita, is a pig. Scarlett Johansson is an ash, teenage porcupine, who actually goes to seek the lion, played by Bono. His name is, what was the lion's name? Clay Calloway.
Right, Claire. Yeah.
Clay Calloway, yeah.
Clay. Okay.
Yeah, and we have Jennifer Saunders as Nana Noodleman. It's a sheep. And Garth Jennings as Miss Crawley, elderly iguana. So,
I think I remember the theme song for the first movie won the Academy last year, right?
That year.
Yeah. Oh, this year actually. I mean, last year, right? 2021. So the songs are supposed to be good, right?
No, the music's wonderful in this movie.
Right.
It's a musical. So
It is, right. And I'll have to let you go, sadly.
I hate to go, but
have a great weekend.
Thank you. We'll see you.
Yeah.
You just listened to Weekly Premiere. We'll be back with exciting new movie next week. So please come back.